It wasn't like he was shut in a box. I just need to make that clear.
It's like, yeah, that's good babysitting while you've got to do work. Just lock him in the
Just
trunk.
in your box, boy. It's like a puppy crate. He loved it.
I've never seen the problem with why can't you put children in a cage? Like, I know that'd be frowned on, but like if you were, I don't know, if you've got a kid and you've got to go out and
What's
do,
a playpen? What is a playpen?
it's just a playpen with a lid. That's all it is. And so if I had a kid and I've got to go out and do the shopping, obviously I don't want my kid to hurt itself. So I put
Mm.
it in a cage, and you can get one of those things, that you put in a hamster cage with the water and with a little ball on. They're not going to, damage themselves. They can still have
But
it.
okay, what if the house catches on fire?
Oh, I mean, there's risks with everything in life. I mean, come on.
So my mentor, for want of a better word, in show business was saying how he used to do like birthday party magic shows,
Mm.
and he doubled his price until somebody went, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a bit much." And then he went, "It's okay. Not everyone can afford it." And he's like, "Oh no, no, I can afford it." And that's when he stopped putting it up.
That's good.
I
Like
know, right?
when I was doing more special effects makeup and stuff,
Hmm.
I found that by turning down people, I actually got more people asking me because it makes you look in demand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'd
for
be
real.
like, "Oh, can you do this Halloween party?" And if I couldn't be bothered, I go,
Mm,
Actually, I've been booked up way in advance." And it's
mm.
like, "Oh, can we book you in for the Christmas one?" And it's like, "Yeah." One time when I was living in Wellington, there was a sex shop on the corner on my way to study, and I wanted to go in there one day, not to buy sex stuff, just wanted to look at, knickers and things.
Yeah.
And the day that I was walking past, I thought, "Oh, I'll pop in there." And it was cold in Wellington. It was like, middle of winter. And so I had a beanie on, but it's still sunny. So I had my sunglasses on and I had a big coat on. And I wanted to go in, but I can't because I look like I'm in disguise. But I would rather go in a bit more blatantly. I can't like sort of creep in. "Hello, can I look at the knickers, please?" That doesn't work. It's like, yeah, going in disguise felt so much more dodgy than just walking in.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I mean, what else is there in
Do
this
you,
life?
you do the drugs, I'll do the rock and roll. Uh, We just need somebody to do the sex. You can have that as well. You've got a
Yeah, I'll have. Do you know why? Because sex is sinful and horrible, and you're going to hell
dirty,
because of it.
disgusting.
Sorry, I'm making kissy lips at the kitten.
We were talking about sex shops, and then all of a sudden you went, and like, what is happening? Is that what you do during sex?
Is that not? Is that's how kissing goes, isn't it?
That's hissing, yeah.
What they're addicted to is that the endorphins and the serotonin and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and I guess there's that adrenaline with it,
Yeah, adrenaline as well. Yeah,
which
like
we were
oh,
talking about earlier, that like privately, that adrenaline is that sounds dodgy, but when we were talking before we hit record,
mm,
about how adrenaline is like it's like a drug itself because it gets every part of you
mm,
involved. And like the situations we were talking about aren't ideal, but that
mm.
that intense rush of adrenaline, it's scary, but it's kind of exhilarating, like preparing you for fight.
It's crazy how strong chemicals are in our
I
body.
have an old lady who I know. I was around her house and she has a lot of pain because she's old and rubbish.
Mm,
And she kind of was really gently bringing the conversation around to like, "Oh, I have pain. Oh, my medication's not working." And she's old.
mm.
And I knew where she was going with it, but
Yeah.
like, it was amusing for me to just let her go for it. And she was going, "Oh, I was, thinking about other things I could try." Right, okay, okay. And she didn't want to accuse me of anything, but she was like, "You wouldn't happen to know, like, if I wanted to, would you, do you know anybody who could get me any funny brownies?"
I'm gonna not dox myself. For anybody watching on YouTube, you can see that I have a prescription for medical cannabis product, Kikuyu Dune, which is a mixed, it's a hybrid sativa indica, kind of middle of the road cannabis. Not too awake, not too sleepy.
And so how did you get that?
So I went through, there's this thing called the cannabis clinic, and it's like $100 for an online consultation. You can actually just get the prescription through your doctor, depending on how chill your doctor is. The
Right, right.
cannabis clinic people were cool because talking to the doctor who like all he does is cannabis medicine. I don't think I'm allowed to say that joke. That was a very inappropriate
Right.
joke.
You just said it and it's been recorded.
Interesting watching her like have the mask on and then she'd pop up and like go for a wee and grab some munchies. Then she's like, right, back to the fifth dimension.
No, so I mean, it was all in all a positive
Oh
experience.
my gosh, it was beautiful. Like she was glowing, just suffused with like happiness
Nice.
because that's what the chemicals in the mushroom are. It's they're serotonin agonists and like they punch you as hard as possible in the happy part of your brain. A lot of times it's used to treat encroaching death anxiety, but she was
Mhm.
in such a good place with her cancer and her diagnosis that there wasn't a huge anxiety demon to really fight as such. And she got, there were a couple of things about that she can talk about with that were kind of like, letting things go, but it was mostly for her just feeling good in her body, I think. In a body that's dying, riddled with cancer, to actually feel good. She's like, I should be
Mhm.
able to do this all the fucking time.
Because I don't work, that people tend to think that my time is available for anybody to use. So like if there's, I don't know, a group and we're doing a thing, it's like, well, they can do that because she's got all this spare time on her hands.
Mm,
My time isn't just a free for all. It's like I can't
mm,
just, there's, yeah, my main job is not dying. And to do that, I have to say no to things. I have to allocate my time carefully. I
mm,
can't just give all my time to whatever purpose. Um, I'm just not capable of doing it. But people have that sort of claim on you because, well,
mm,
we think you can, and so you should. Like, what valid reason have I got to say no? And it's like,
mm.
I might need to spend those 5 hours recuperating from a trip to the hospital.
The only culture I really have is spaz culture because that's the only people who actually have a shared
Yes.
understanding of experience, you know?
Yeah, because like and I've mentioned before that our disorders or whatever don't define us, but
Mm,
they are a huge factor. Like if you have a conversation with me, like, "Oh, how was your last week?" There's going to be seizure stuff in there,
mm,
and it's that like, oh, we're always going on about it, and it's like, yeah, if somebody, if their life is all about their kids, and you ask them how their week's been, they're going to mention their children.
mm,
And so yeah, of course it's going to come to conversation, and it is quite hard if you go to an event and try not to mention, you know
mm,
it's like I think you've said about when you're writing for a show, if you try and write it that doesn't include anything to do with your pain or your surgeries or life around that, it's
mm.
quite hard to start finding things that aren't in some way connected.
Fencing until now has been a sport for people with time who have money.
Yeah, yeah.
Forever, it's been run almost entirely on volunteers because there's that generational thing of the previous generations, especially in New Zealand, where you would go to your job down the coal mine, then come home and then do the city brass band and volunteer for the ladies auxiliary or the rotary or all this old-timey shit
Yeah.
where you could have one person making enough income for a whole family and to be comfortable and to have space to like go to a union meeting. Now, no one has any space. And I've been having these enormous arguments where they're like, well, we only pay referees $50 for a day and they have to be qualified. And I'm like, no, that's
Mm-hmm.
insane. For
Yeah,
a whole day's work and you pay them $50.
yeah.
Fuck off. Well, I
It's
don't know.
like,
People like cock and ball torture.
yeah, but to them, it's not a nasty thing. Basically, getting into Facebook discussions, I don't call them arguments, about, people,
Facebook view exchanges.
yes, yeah. Yeah, they're like, oh, National's benefit plans are really good because it's going to get people off the benefit. And 54% of people on the benefit are disability or health related.
Hmm.
And so the biggest people that are going to be affected by the benefit changes are people who have no option, people who can't just go out and get a job, you know, and it's penalizing the poor even further.
Yeah.
particularly people like disability advocates are really frightened at the moment.
I'm not a big fan of conspiracy theories and like large global movements shaping the agendas and stuff. But
Yeah.
like there is a part of me that's like the people with money would really like it if the people without money didn't have space for social movements.
You just want to be like a king, just sitting back. Blowjobs. Time for a blowjob. Yeah, you don't see a damn
Yes,
that, do
I
you?
believe I'm a human being. Just give that to any person,
Just on
whether
demand.
they own a penis or not.
Had a seizure at the gym yesterday. On the
No, yeah.
Yeah, on the stairs at the
On the
gym.
who?
On the stairs, apparently.
Not the Stairmaster, the stairs.
Actual stairs. Yeah, apparently I was found halfway down the stairs and they don't know how long I'd been there because it was out of hours. And I'm quite surprised that when the paramedics came and got me and drugged me and took me to hospital, nobody checked if my back was all right or anything like that because I'd kind of,
Oh yeah.
and I can't walk properly today. I'm hurting quite a lot in my back.
Can you walk still?
I can, but it hurts a lot to
Can
do
you
it.
weight bear?
As in,
No,
on my,
can you like so you can stand on two legs, but it's really sore.
yeah, yeah,
In your back or in your legs?
in my back.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
just back pain.
Okay, cool. That's all right then. Yeah, people get addicted to things because they're quite nice. They just, they, they just they just seem to have side effects that aren't so ideal. You know.
No one said meth wasn't fucking great, just that it's super bad for you.